YouTube, it's Brother Dennis. And as always, I give God all the glory for today. It's Sunday evening, June 1st. I got the Young Bird Army out. I just want to show you if I can try without getting everybody dizzy. I got about 25 maybe that are kind of kidding together. Let me just sit here. I got about 25 that are like kidding together, so that's a really good sign. Well, I opened my loft around 5 o'clock in the evening been opening my loft in the evening. It's a lot of hawk pressure, especially in the morning. So I let my birds out in the evening. I'm sitting on my piece bench. As you can see, I still got some that are on the roof. They're not flying around. And guys, life's been hard for me, my actual life itself. For a lot of my new subscribers that don't know, I was in a very bad car accident like 6 years ago, which left me disabled. I have a lot of issues with my legs, walking, standing, stuff like that for long periods of time, even for short periods of time. And I have PTSD, an anxiety and depression disorder because of it. Anxiety really bad. Nobody likes to admit to depression, but it's there. And I had a triggering event about a month ago, and it really was a major setback for me. It really was. And I've been struggling. Well, I've had a lot of, issues with my life outside of the pigeons, and it is affecting everything in my life, including my pigeon keeping. But I've been trying to stay positive and just been trying to be resilient is the word. So I have about 10 young birds that are left in the loft. We have about 54 birds total in the loft, 53. 2 are droppers, 3 are my old bird team. I haven't moved into the old bird loft yet. And then, so that's 5. And then the rest, 48, are young birds. I have 16 more in the nest that are coming out. Hopefully Saturday I could break my pairs up. I'll remove all the hens from the cocks. I'll let the cocks finish the last couple. I only got 2 babies that aren't banded. Everything else is banded and feathered out. They're just weaning right now. So I got 2 birds going to Joe. With me mentioning his name, let me just say congratulations to him. He basically won almost all the major club and combine awards this year. So I couldn't have a better mentor. I couldn't have a better bloodline. I have some of his blood in my loft. My first money winner, one loft money winner, was one of his birds. One of my best racing pigeons this year was off that same pair. And so congratulations to Joe. Just to say one more thing about Joe, or about the racing, was race 6. I had 3 birds. I had been racing 3 birds all year. Race 6, I end up with 2 birds missing. One came home the next day and then disappeared, never trapped in, which was weird. So it left me with 1 surviving bird. I chose not to race it, race 7. And then 2 days ago, that bird shows up here. That bird shows up here and trapped in. So I got that bird back. It was an Adrian P. bred bird. It was gone for about 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks. And it was very hungry when it got here. But it looked like it was in good shape, but it was definitely hungry. So I did get that bird back, so we'll be able to race that bird next year. I have 1 late hatch that survived from 2024 and my Joe bird. So I have 3 surviving birds from 2024 to start next year, old birds. And with that being said, we have right now about 60 young birds. I'm sending 2 to Joe. I'm sending 2 to Quentin, who's a new member of our club, and I'm sending 3 to California. So that's 8, 7. And well, how many I said I had 9 and 6 is 15 plus 2 is 17. So I'll be adding 10 more to my flock. So I should end up around 56, 58 birds. And once we get there, I'll just loft fly. So I'll be loft flying in the evenings until I notice that they're all kitting up. They're all eager to leave the loft together. And right now I still got some scattered, some sitting on the roof, some not, ranging yet, but that's fine. We got our young bird season. We got our young bird season schedule, and it starts October 5th. So I got plenty of time. So I'll probably be loft flying my birds in the evening for an hour or two until August. And then probably mid-August is when I'll start ranging them. I don't force anybody out of my loft right now. I'm not forcing any of my young birds out because I don't have a section for first, second, third rounders and all that. I have to put all my young birds together in one loft. Let me show you. I'll actually show you how I do it. All right, so I did clean my loft. It's getting dirty again, but I did clean it 2 days ago. So what I do is I use this very first section right here that I'm standing in. I use this very first section for my first round. I have the bob trap up here, so my first round I bob trap them to go out, and then they come in the drop trap. And over here normally is my race team I'm racing with. So once I get my race season over with, I just open this door. And if you notice on this side, there is no bob trap. Why is that? So the first babies or the second and third or fourth round, I'll leave this open to encourage them to go out. And then I'll shut these doors and they have to drop trap back in this way. But my very first round, I'll have bob trap. So when I push all the birds over here, so let's say I got 60 birds. But as race season gets close, the last couple years, I've been down to like 20, 25 birds. I put them all in this section. And once one or two of them go out this trap and they see it, the other ones will learn. They'll go out the trap too. There, that hen that just flew off was my hen, my Joe hen. Let's see. So these are like 4. So there's the cock that came back, the Adrian Peacock that came back. And that was gone for about a month. He's off Mr. 500. All these other birds that are stuck in here or left in here, these are about my fourth rounders. That one there, you see, is a late hatch. And it's a late hatch. I didn't race it this year, but I'll have it for next year. So, yeah. So out of 53 birds, these are the birds that are not out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 9 birds that are not out. So we got over 40 something birds out. And my system doesn't work for everybody, but it works for me. Well, it hasn't been working for me lately. Well, you know what? It does work for me because I actually lost all my birds on tosses. I lose 1 or 2 trap training, but everybody does that. Everybody loses 1 or 2. Here's my dogs. People have been asking me, do I still have dogs? Yes, I do. And they want to eat my chickens. Flies, I got to spray his head. It's starting to get hot out. Flies are bad. When you have chickens, you have flies. I do stand out here to try to push these birds off the ground. I don't like them on the ground, but I don't want to startle them. So now that I see that they're not really ranging no more, they're all sitting down, what I'll do is I'm going to go get the food. I'm going to close the 2 traps. I'll show you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close those 2 traps. So whoever's not out by now, the trap's been open about 20. So I open the trap. As soon as I come outside, I open my loft. Then I feed everybody, water everybody, do all my chores. So all these birds have been out. See, now something just startled them. Then there they go. I don't know what, but there they go. A whole lot of them. And then, you know, they're not ranging too far. Most of the baby young ones are still sitting in the loft. So 2 droppers are up there, so it's not that, can't be that bad, whatever it is, a hawk or whatever, you know. And a lot of times those 2 droppers, I hate to say it, but you know, they're sacrifices, you know. See, he's trying to breed or whatever, so I might put him in them 2 in a pen once I clean the pens out and hatch out 2 more. Hey, Dennis, why would you do that? For what I just said, to give somebody some droppers or to use them as bait. Maybe the hawks will catch them and not my racing pigeons. I know it's sad, not good to say. So let me walk over here real quick. Matter of fact, let's just walk in and show you what's left of the breeding, my breeding loft. Let's just show you, because I fed these guys earlier, cleaned this earlier. So this is this is Tom Barnhart. These are my last 2 birds. They're actually blackbirds. Oh, God, I ain't playing. I'm gonna show you the 2 babies. Don't listen too much. He's very protective. That cock is always sitting on there's his hen. These other 2 pairs, I got 3 pair on this side, and those are Garland Evan birds. Over here I have my Joe Lily Loft birds and my Tommy Tachyon birds over here. Let's see, there is my Joe hen right there, that one. And that's my number 1 Tachyon hen with the white head. And that's my Joe male cock. And that is Broken Legs mother. I got 2 babies up here that gotta come out, so I only got 4 left over here. Got those 2 that are feathering out, and then 2 down here that are off Tachyon. So these 4 I got feathering out are Tachyon bred birds. So I got those 4 feathering out. Over here I got those 2 that are just hatched, that ain't banded yet. My last 2 of the year, and that's because I just got that pair. They came through a guy, but they're from Tom Barnhart. They got Tom Barnhart bands on. And those are 2 Garland Evan birds. Look like one's gonna be a pencil, a dark check, whatever you call it. Other one's a blue ball. 2 Garland Evan birds, so that's 6. Then I got 9, no, that's 8. And I got 9 outside, so 17. There's 17 birds left. And like I said, 7 of them are going, so 10 more to add to the loft. And let me get my bucket of food out. Right here. So I do have a camera mount in here, so I'll use that, I guess. See if you can get a good picture of what I'm doing. Or I'll just try to do it one-handed. Move. I don't like I normally put my dogs up when I'm feeding my birds because they get really nosy and mess around a lot. Alright, so let me try to got my thing here. Let me try to do this without messing everything up. Okay, so shut this down. Sorry guys, I wasn't even planning to do this, so let's see how everything goes. All right, so I'm gonna put down these 2 fingers over here. Shut these 2 traps. Now whoever's in here theoretically can't go outside, but some of the smaller, lighter birds, sometimes they find a way to fly out my drop trap. Only for the first week or 2, and then they can't do it anymore. They get too heavy. So what I'm gonna do is in this all-in-one bucket, I have some grit, some mineral grit. So I'm gonna put some grit down for them. Couple of scoops of grit right there, and then I'll start calling them in. My dogs, they stay by the door because they think I'm gonna bring out eggs. I feed them the eggs. Once you do that one time, they're on it. Here we go. So I like to put my feeders right in front of the drop trap so the birds can see it. Let me go get my spot. I can hear them all on the roof now. They're coming, they're coming. Watch out, Hope. Watch out, Hope. Watch out, Mommy. See, they want to go over there. I'm whistling, but these birds over here. I'm gonna get them up from over here. I'm gonna let my chickens out, free range, just all this, the rest of this stuff up. All right, come on. You see, they're trapping. Some of them are going in. The smart ones are going in. Come on. There they go. Come on. My racing hen just went in. So lay hatch. The ones that hit the ground, you can tell they're a little inexperienced. They're trying to figure it out. I do have one frill bird left, and I think it was from 180 to 178. The bird, my hen that got away, my Robinson hen. She laid one round of eggs, and then she got out and flew away. And I replaced her with another Robertson hen. James sent me a hen to replace her, which is awesome. And I'm sorry that James has to move. So if y'all need some good pigeons, get on the Robertson Family Racing Pigeon site. He's giving away a lot of good breeders and not giving away, but getting rid of a lot of good young birds and breeders. As you can see, I'm pretty much done for this year. So if I had my finances in order, I would definitely try to get that Greek bird, and there was one or two other birds I really wanted to get from him, but just didn't work. It's not going to work out for me. So you see, I got some that trapped and some that didn't. So it's just it's a work in progress. Some that are inexperienced. You can tell by the way they're trying to jump down. They don't have the right flight. They don't have the right techniques yet, you know, but the smart ones are in. There's a tachyon bird going in. Oh, that's that bird has a yellow band on his foot. It must be my late hatch. It must have flew out. That dropper's a beautiful dropper. I hate to say that she's bait, but it's a beautiful dropper I got from Joe. 12 birds went back up. And I put enough food in there to where they all have enough to eat. And what happens is the birds that come in late, they just get the very small seeds, the ones that nobody else wants. And if I walk back in there in like 10 minutes and those trays are empty and I still got birds out, then I'll add a little bit more food. But when I always come back out here at night, right at dark, close my aviary, lock my drop traps. And if I have any food left out here, I take it away. So no food stays overnight. So next day the birds are hungry. That's why they're on the ground over there trying to eat. This video is 20 minutes long, but y'all get the picture of it. I just want to let y'all know it's a slice of struggle, but I'm still here. We're still building. We're still oh, and I found out that I can monetize my YouTube channel. But the income from it will directly affect my disability. And since I get health and Medicare through my disability, tough decisions had to be made. But that's a beautiful bird there. That's the actually heavy bred Gannis bird right there. Air Champ Loft cock to a certified family loft hen. GFL, I think AFL bloodlines. And it's got a pretty color white on its neck and on its down its nose, nostrils got white, like a white stripe. I don't know if y'all can see that. Beautiful bird. That pair, out of 4 rounds of eggs, only 3 hatched. So they lost their first eggs. They lost their 3rd round. So they had 2, that's one of them, and they're sitting on 1 baby now, weaning it out now. So I got 3 out of them. But I got a feeling it's gonna be really good birds. So we'll see. Maybe that's a little bit of a frill on his neck too, I'm not sure. Oh, it's just white. It's odd. So, guys, man, I just want to say, man, you have to stay faithful. You know, we have to stay humble, and we have to stay patient. Everything happens in God's time. So I want to say God bless everybody. Subscribe to the channel if you made it this far, then subscribe. It's going to help me out in the long run once I do go to monetize the channel. And I'm not looking to get rich off YouTube, but it would be nice if I could, my YouTube channel, the pigeons, can grow, to help grow the pigeon sport, to help other people that are learning and try to encourage people. I'm trying to do some youth programming through the church and stuff, try to encourage younger kids to get pigeon lofts and things like that. Juvenile homes, stuff like that. I'm trying to encourage troubled teens, things like that, trying to get into some of those programs. And the YouTube channel will help bring awareness to pigeon racing. Can help PTSD, anxiety, and depression, because that's what I do it for. It's a lot of different reasons, man. It just be positive. And also any proceeds or donations from the YouTube channel will directly go to sending some of these birds to one-off races too. Because this year I couldn't send any birds out because just the finances wasn't there. And I'm gonna send 3 to California, hopefully. By the end of the month. I wanted to send 3 to the Florida Derby or 2 to the Florida Derby, but I don't want to send young birds down there this late. I just think they're gonna be at a disadvantage. I wanted to send my Florida Derby birds early, so I'm gonna send next year. I'm just gonna send them real early in the year out of my first round. I think I had the best chance. So by the time they get to racing, they'll be already a year old, because the Florida Derby's late in the year, beginning of the following year. So if I hatch birds out in January, send them in March, by the time they race, they'll basically be older birds, year-old birds. So no excuses. So I still got some birds up. Video is 25 minutes long. So God bless everybody. Pray for me and I'll pray for you. And have a good evening. And I'll see you next time. God bless you.